Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 1 is finally here, and for the first time in over 5 seasons, Epic has added a bunch of new settings. I've been waiting years for this. Seriously though, because Epic has added all of these new settings, as well as because it's a whole new chapter, everyone's FPS and performance will be changing as well. That's why today, I'll be optimizing all of your in-game Fortnite settings, showing you what I believe to be the best colorblind and brightness mode options, as well as going in depth into all the brand new settings Epic added, including the big one, the simple edit feature. It's honestly sick. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe, use code Jerian to support the content, and check out the brand new Chapter 6 update we dropped in Forever Zone Wars. But with all that being said, let's get into my Chapter 6 settings guide. Alright, so as per usual guys, timestamps will be down below. Feel free to skip around to really wherever you want to. However, as you can see, we're gonna start in-game, which I usually never do. Why I want to start in-game, and specifically with your in-game Fortnite settings, is because if you go to the 4th tab at the top, it's the little cogwheel that is your game settings, and you scroll down under the building section, so building, go all the way to the bottom, you're gonna find the 2 new settings, which I think are the craziest settings Epic has ever added. And I'm not just saying that. The 2 settings I'm talking about are Simple Edit as well as Tap to Simple Edit. It's the new Simple Edit feature. How Simple Edit works, which I actually don't have on right now for demonstration purposes, is basically rather than selecting a build piece such as the wall with your edit key, boom, and then having all of these different tiles which you can select and confirm to make an edit, what Simple Edit does, and now I have to go and turn it on, is Simple Edit, and you're gonna notice right away, look at that little icon. It looks way different, and it is way different, is all I have to do to start and confirm an edit is simply press my edit key. Yes, boys and girls, you saw that correctly. All I had to do to make a window edit was literally press E once. Just tap it. It's called Simple Edit for a reason. I press it, boom. There is no blueprints, there's no tiles, even if I have it out. I'm pressing E so I can pre-edit. The tiles don't show up. Tiles never come up because you never have to select anything with Simple Edit. All you have to do is look somewhere on the wall and boom, it's gonna make that edit for you. Say I wanna make a top left, boom, a little top row, bang. What about a door edit? Oh, sure. And then to reset, all I have to do again is tap, and it resets. Not quite as fast as scroll wheel reset, which we'll get into, but that is how Simple Edit works. It's really freaking cool. And to actually be able to select, or I guess not really select, but to choose different edits, which it's gonna perform for you, all that really goes into it is your crosshair placement. So I'll take out just my pickaxe. You see the little white, right? The thing. You guys know what my crosshair is. But depending on where I look at the wall, that is gonna change this little preview of what edit it's gonna make. So right now, it's a window edit, right? I'm basically on the middle tile. If there was that blue tile, which we had before with Simple Edit off, I'm basically selecting that right now. But if I go up past that, you see how this changes? Look above the E. You see how the little preview, the icon changes from a window to a top row edit? That is showing you, okay, your crosshair is in the right spot for the top row edit. But then if you go a little to the left, boom, top left edit, little to the right, top right edit. The way I basically think of it is I imagine the different tiles, right? There's a blue tile here, a blue tile here. There's 3, 3, and 3. These 2 are for a top left. You see how it doesn't change? The little preview, it does not change. But then if I go to the bottom left, boom, it makes a bottom left, a big arch. So as you might expect, that does also work for floors. All again you have to think about is where the tiles would be. 4 tiles, wall has 9. Ramp only really has, I guess, 1. But cone, 4 tiles as well. Those tiles are all that matter for your crosshair placement on Simple Edit, but they don't actually show up on Simple Edit. It is weird, but it makes sense if you kind of think about it. And that's the way if you end up using Simple Edit, which I'll talk about the pros, cons, and whether you should use it or not. That's how you can master it. Like if you just get your crosshair placement down, boom, bottom right, top left, cone, bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right, oh my gosh. And all I'm doing is pressing E once. It is absolutely insane. Now, as for the pros and cons, ladies and gentlemen, I think the most obvious one is just the speed. Like, I can do a wall edit, a window, just so fast. Speed plus simplicity, you know, it is called simple edit for a reason. But let me just show you guys how much faster it really is. Because people say there's a delay, which there is a delay for resetting, and that makes sense. Epic doesn't want to make you just be able to reset instantly. But like, there's really no delay for pretty much 99% of the simple edits. It's kind of scary. Okay, so boys, simple edit is enabled. I do not have a macro. All I'm gonna do is press E. Oh, like, I'm going a little slow for simple edits. If I had a macro, it would look quicker, but that's pretty damn quick. And let me show you what it looks like without simple edits. I would put up a timer right now, but I just know it's not even close. Like, not only am I just less accurate because I'm washed and old, but come on, the time it takes to confirm and all that. Oh my, let's not talk about the crosshair placement. It is just so much better and simpler on simple edits. Come on! Come on, that's basically a macro. It's ridiculous. So if anyone is telling you there is delay in simple edits, oh, just show them this. Come on, there is no delay. The delay is negligent. I'm trying to get my free building down on it. It's a little weird while building because all of the muscle memory I have for 5 years of playing Fortnite is just different now. But come on, there's no delay. It's absurd. Look at this. I just flipped a ramp twice. And actually, speaking of no delay, the only edit, I think, other than the full cone has no delay. Like, only resetting it, which you can see. Look at the little edit. There's gonna be a circle that comes up. You see that? It's very kind of faint. When I reset the edit by just pressing E, that's a built-in delay that Epic added. And that only pops up when you flip a ramp. No other edit. Window, top, like door, none of these other ones have any built-in delay. It's only flipping a ramp, which I guess makes sense because it would look kind of crazy, but that's not even that bad. And all I'm pressing is freaking E. I'm just tapping it. I don't even have to do the normal one. Look at this little monkey classic. Okay, that was me being slow, but look at this. Come on. Oh, and that actually brings up the other simple editing feature slash setting. It is under simple edits. It's called tap to simple edit. Boys, make sure if you do use simple editing, turn tap to simple edit on. What this does, if you have it off, which again, I don't recommend, is you have to hold on things like the ramps where there's delay. So that little circle, you have to hold it the whole time. So you see how the circle, if I only tap it, it's not gonna go the entire way. I have to hold the whole time, and then the edit will go through. The rest of them, like I said, they don't really have any sort of delay, so it's just for resetting. Boom, I'm trying to reset it, but look, I have to hold, and we do not want that, which is why you want tap to simple edit, turn that on, and all you have to do then is tap, and boom, it's gonna basically hold it for you, and all that delay, even though you can't get rid of it, you don't have to end up holding. It's just a tap. And who doesn't love tapping, right? We love tapping things. Wait, what? It is so ridiculously fast that, like, just based on speed alone, I kind of want to switch, but that is basically where the pros end. So it's simple and it's fast. The cons, yeah, there's a good amount of cons. So first up is that there is built-in delay, like I said, with ramps and with resetting. Scroll wheel reset, it does not reduce the delay. It does not fix the delay. There's no way to get around the little delay, which again, if you look at the E, there's a circle. It's a very translucent circle. The circle will fill up with white, and that's the time it takes to actually reset the edit. There's no way to fix that. But the main con is you literally can't choose any edit you want. Like, there's certain edits, such as a right window edit, which you cannot do. So there's a normal window edit, the center window edit, but I can't do a right one. You see how it's changing? It's going from a top corner edit to a bottom arch. There's no other one I can select. I want a window here, but I can't do that. Same thing applies with a cone. If I want to flip these two pieces up, I can't. It only flips up the opposite way. I can flip up one, but then I can't do this one too. it just resets it. So I can't get this guy up as well. I think in total, there's probably over 10 different edits you can't do. Some of them really aren't the most useful, like the Kanata peak. Or I mean, the top row one, I use it a good amount, but there's like a lot. You just can't reach as high of a skill ceiling, as well as fighting in general, with simple edits on. But I feel like that is sort of the point of it. Epic wanted that to happen. Oh. And I'm getting invited. So they purposely made it so you only have so many different edits to choose from. So guys, for those reasons, you know, simple, fast, pros versus lower skill ceiling, as well as not being able to edit everything and the reset delay, I would and wouldn't recommend simple edit, which kind of sounds like it doesn't make sense. But basically, if you're someone who's casual, I would put simple edit on. These are people who maybe don't play a ton of builds. They don't really have the time to try to grind Fortnite. They don't want to play tournaments or anything like that. They don't even want to play ranked, because I think if you want to play ranked, you should not use simple edits. You should use normal edits. Only if you're like a no builder, you have, you know, maybe a job, you don't have a ton of time to play the game, like all these damn Fortnite Zoomers, then yes, simple edit is very good. I recommend it. And honestly, I think someone's going to become crazy with simple edit. I really can see the box fighting getting pretty good. But for everyone else who actually wants to improve at Fortnite, you know, you want to play tournaments, you want to get better, you want to grind ranked and actually become a very good player, I do not recommend simple edits for you guys. That includes myself. I'm not going to be using it. So, you know, simple editing, it's a W feature, but I don't think it's the future of editing or anything like that. Sorry. Enough of the simple edit yapping. We are now going to move over to your video settings, and we're going to optimize these bad boys. So Epic did actually add some new things, which are in DX12/DX11. We're going to switch over there after this because, as you guys should know in my settings videos, your DX11 and DX12 settings, they affect your game on performance mode. So no matter what, you want to optimize both your performance and your DX12/11 settings. Starting with the display options, window mode you always want to have on full screen, and the reason for that is because if you look above my head, it even says in full screen mode you cannot interact with other windows as easily, but the game will run slightly faster. That's what we want. After that, resolution I have on 1920 by 1080. VSync turn off. Do not ever use VSync inside of Fortnite. Frame rate limit, have one above your monitor's refresh rate, so that means if you're on a 120 Hz monitor, put your frame rate limit to 144 FPS. If you're on a 144 Hz monitor, put it at 160 Hz, 165, and so on and so forth. The only one you don't want to go above is 360 because unlimited, you don't want those big FPS drops. Then finally, rendering mode. You guys know I am a huge performance mode fan. Most people are, because performance mode will get you the best FPS. However, last season, Epic tweeted out that DX11 and performance mode uses DX11. Both of them were bugged and they were giving people huge hitches, which I actually got, so DX12 wasn't a bad option. Usually I tell you guys to go into your launcher options and uninstall DX12, but DX12 is actually not bad. So most people should use performance mode, but if you have a godly PC, DX12 is not a bad option to test out. And yeah, those are your display settings. We're gonna skip the graphics options. Colorblind and brightness modes will be at the end. We're gonna go straight to the graphics quality for performance mode, which you guys can see. There's only 5 different settings, but when we go over to DX12, there's literally gonna be like 15, including some new ones. So for performance mode, 3D res, I put at 100%. Nanite virtualized geometry should be grayed out. I don't even know why it's on for performance mode. Like, why do you even show it if you don't show the other ones? Bruh. Who are these kids inviting me? View distance I have on near. However, there's a little FPS trick where you could actually put this to far or epic and it can improve your FPS. Far or epic, by the way, you need this for high meshes. So if you actually want to use high meshes, you need to use far or epic view distance. Near just ends up using mobile builds, aka low meshes. But anyways, textures I have on low. Epic even says increasing this setting will make objects more detailed, but can reduce performance. We don't want that. And finally, meshes I also have on low, but you know, if you want to use high, it's all preference. Finally though, advanced graphics, show FPS, obviously you want on, you want to see how much FPS you're getting, and report performance stats. I just disable this because we don't want to reduce our FPS to help Epic. They gotta help themselves. Alright, so now boys, we're going to look at all the DX12 and DX11 settings. It doesn't matter which you switch to, I'm just going to do DX12 and I'm going to restart. So the reason why I'm telling all of you guys to go to DX12, even though I recommend everyone to play on performance mode, I'll apply that, but we're not going to restart just yet, is because if you scroll down to the same settings we were at before, the graphics quality ones down here, just look at how many more settings there are on DX12 than there are on performance mode, and none of these show up. Like, bruh, why would Epic do this to us, man? Anyways, graphics quality, starting at the top, auto set quality. Boys, do not ever press this button. It's just gonna give you all the highest damn settings. Quality preset though, mine is on custom, which you guys might not have because look at this. Boom, it's gone. There's only 4 options and custom's not there. To get there, all you have to do is put your quality preset on low. That's gonna turn all of these off or low, and that's what we want. But to get custom, you have to make your 3D res down here, move it all the way up, and boom, quality preset becomes custom. And now you basically have the same settings as I do. Everything's on off or low, near, off, off, off. The only thing that might be on custom is the temporal super resolution, but if you look, it's grayed out. Same with dynamic 3D res, which is new, but I think it was actually new last season and I didn't even know it. You could read, it says dynamic 3D res occasionally increases the resolution that objects are rendered in-game when your GPU is underused. That is actually really useful, but it's only useful if you use one of the TSR settings. So you see, this is the only time you can actually turn it on. You need TSR on low, medium, high, epic. TSR, by the way, you can read it. It's under my head. It's temporal super resolution. It kind of makes things a little blurrier, but it also can improve your FPS. Go try it out. It honestly doesn't look the worst, and combine it with dynamic 3D res. However, for most people, including all the pros and just, you know, all the sweats, turn that off, put the 3D res back up to 100%, and these are going to be the best graphics quality options you can have. Just everything on off or low. After that though, back to advanced graphics, which we were just at on performance mode. Show FPS again have on. Use GPU crash debugging off. This is just like the report performance stats, by the way. Epic even says enabling this feature comes at a small performance cost. We don't give a shit, Epic. We are not gonna help you out if it reduces our FPS. I don't care. Latency markers though have off, and Nvidia reflex low latency. Try on plus boost. That should get you the lowest amount of delay, but if your game stutters, also try on or just off. Try all damn 3. And boom, boys and girls, those are the best DX12 / performance mode settings because again, they affect performance mode. So yeah, change your rendering mode back to performance. Also make sure to turn motion blur off, which I almost skipped because it's under the brightness and colorblind mode. But motion blur is there. Turn that thing off, and then you can finally switch back to performance mode with the best FPS possible. To finish off the video, ladies and gentlemen, oh my, this map actually looks so sick. All the different biomes, look at that. It looks so beautiful. But to help you guys, you know, if yours doesn't look as nice, we're gonna go through the graphics options. That includes your brightness and colorblind modes. If you've seen my settings before, you know I use everything on default. So that is brightness on 100%, user interface contrast on 1x, colorblind mode off, and then colorblind mode strength on 0. User interface parallax doesn't affect how your game looks, so, you know, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. But I use the basic settings, and I think, honestly, this season, it looks really nice. Like, there's so many different colors just around the map that I don't really think any specific colorblind mode does it justice. I also don't think any of the colors are too overbearing, not even the purple. Like, there's a damn yellow biome over there. However, what you can do, and what I only really ever do in the OG seasons, is if you go to your desktop and you click Nvidia control panel, you can go over on the left side to the display tab and you can click on the adjust desktop color settings option. That's going to bring this up, and you can go to the bottom, and what I recommend some of you do or just try out is turn the digital vibrance up. Try something like 55, maybe 60% if you're feeling a little crazy. I'm going to do 55. By the way, this applies to your whole PC, so if you crank this up, you'll notice my whole desktop. Like, look at these dudes' heads over here. They're going to get way more blue and then just no color. So it applies to everything, not just Fortnite. But if you put it at like 55% and then we go back in the game, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but I notice it right away. Just my character's hair alone. It's way more vibrant. It sort of pops and stands out more. Where's even the sun? The sun is going down right now. But like, look at this map. You cannot tell me this map is not absolutely beautiful. Oh my. It's so beautiful. But yeah, that is in your Nvidia control panel. You could also, if you want, adjust the brightness. What happens? Oh, yeah, you can see if I crank it, turn it down. Don't be afraid to try out any of these. Even putting the contrast up probably would make the game look nicer. So try all of those: brightness, contrast, and digital vibrance. And yeah, that's how to make your game look even nicer than it already is. And guys, I freaking love Chapter 6. So drop a like, subscribe, use code JERIAN, and thanks for watching my settings guide.